But don't nobody play with me like that. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm already the person who I am for real. You see what I'm saying? So don't nobody like if they gonna hold that to their chest or something, or they'll tell it to somebody else. They'll make sure it probably don't get back to me. And if it do, I'm a confront them about that something. But if they ain't nobody, it ain't nothing. It's gonna be them just talking. Oh, and nobody play with me like that though. Like for real.
What's up, Decatur? What's up, Southside? I'm getting money. Get money. East Atlanta.
What's up, guys? We have to talk about King Von and how he dropped the darkest lyrics in hip-hop history. For those of you who don't know, King Von is a rapper from that Inglewood area on the south side of Chicago. Von represented an apartment complex that you now know as O Block, but the official name of the community is Parkway Gardens. Parkway Gardens was home to many other celebrities you may have known, such as Michelle Obama and Chief Keef. Parkway Gardens was renamed O Block after a young respected member named O. Berry lost his life due to violence in 2011. So who is O. Berry and why is he important? O. Berry was one of the most respected and loved members who Parkway Gardens looked to when times got tough. He gained a reputation as the guy who had the tools necessary to keep the community safe from opposing communities. Parkway Gardens has been in a feud with another community about 5 minutes away known as STL, also known as St. Lawrence. Particularly the members from 63rd and St. Lawrence. Some of the people who rep that area included FBG Duck, Tuka, and K.I. These names are important in the story behind King Von's lyrics because they are all intertwined. To make a long story short, after Tuka lost his life at a bus stop, the guys from King Von's side of the feud never stopped referring to him and what happened to him. This infuriated FBG Duck, who you all know was in his own feud with King Von. Another person who did not like the non-stop dissing of Tuka was K.I. K.I. was actually a teenage girl who grew up in the streets with FBG Duck and the FBG clique. K.I. was in many of the Flyboys' early music videos that you can still find on the internet today.
These days, man, you gotta use your head. When you're turned in, you gon' end up dead. I'm on my shit. I'll be out here getting bread.
K.I. disliked their rival so much that it is rumored she would go out on missions to see if she could run down on any of them. It is legend that she would do this at all times of the day and that no one was safe if she was around. K.I. is said to be behind many incidents in that community, which you can find details on Chicago Scene's mini documentaries. For what we are concerned with, let's focus on K.I. and O. Berry. It is public record that K.I. would post on Twitter that she wanted to catch O. Berry and do him dirty. Remember, this is before O Block and King Von and them are all youngsters at this time. O.D. was one of the big names of Wick City, which was the original name of the Parkway Gardens members. It wasn't Von just yet.
These EBT ass right here, man. I'm from
STL, but I be posted on EDT.
Hey, the real is back, man. You already know free C-ball.
Squad.
Look, Kenny, you so on cheat. You know I ain't rocking like that. I never been in lane, and you already know that on cheat. You already got smoke. Don't get smoked again, though. You hear me? On cheat.
That bees.
On cheat. That why I like you right here. I know how to OD. Man, and cheat. Y'all got fucked up in the G, man. It ain't shit to get rid of y'all on the men's. It ain't shit to get rid of y'all in the G. Really, for real. Y'all got me
OD.
on the G. Fuck fuck Sherrod too. Sherrod just smoke. Don't
Baldy. D thing. Shaq.
And she ain't know that shit good though. But we in this stuff. I mean, this is out here with Broski, man.
We out here, man. Just off the red monkeys can't stay still, man. Shout out to Trey P, man. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to my
broski, Lil George, Twino, man. You already know that shit.
We out here, free guys.
But we finna go.
Free Brian,
nigga.
Finna go grab these switch, nigga. And we
shout out number 3,
man.
man. Cheat, FBG. You know they get it in, man.
Sure, we ain't
go, man. We don't be out here lacking. We just get it cracking. Tuckerville, we get it cracking. Not in the field. Stop Facebook, man.
Goofy.
TP for real. You already know we on our 2 G, boy. I got fucked up. Chief, we that side we on. That's what I'm real with us from. Chief, free the guys though. Chief, free Lil B from EBT. You already know. Chief, go.
Yeah, we out here, man. I go be shit.
Fuck the shit out of you, little Kenny. And the G boy. And Vontae, you was old boy. You was not with the shit on Tuka, boy. This is a lame boy. Where the fuck did you come from, boy? That was a goofy talking about some Chris. I love Chris, boy. And the G boy. G took a video shit. Ain't lying. I'm a smoke.
On August 10, 2011, K.I. and O.D. Perry would cross paths. That day, the STL/FBG members were celebrating Tuka's birthday. FBG Duck also was going to shoot a music video that day. On that day it is alleged K.I. and others made a trip to O-Block and caught O.D. Perry riding his bike. Whoever it was caught O.D. Perry and did him dirty on that day. O.D. Perry did not survive the attack. After O.D. Perry passed, the Wick City community started using the name O-Block to show respect to O.D. and his contributions for the members. O-Block has since become the most well-known public housing project in American history. But that is not why we are here. As you know now, King Von grew up in Parkway Gardens and had an extreme love for his community. King Von was a real-life street legend who beat several bodies. It is so crazy that King Von's first song ever uploaded to YouTube is literally called Beat That Body. However, before Von started rapping, Von and K.I. had a feud back in this time that was very weird. They would flirt back and forth on Twitter one set of tweets, then talk about doing each other dirty in the next tweet. It was even said that K.I. promised to visit King Von when he went to jail, but she never went. This was late 2012. The back and forth would take a pause while Von was locked up, but would continue the day he came home in 2014. In 2014, Von was on the street and K.I. was still engaging him on Twitter. However, that would come to a tragic end. On April 11, 2014, K.I. was going to a party to celebrate a member named Bostrel. Bostrel is rumored to be the guy who helped do O.D. Perry dirty. Unfortunately, K.I. tweeted her location at 6:36 p.m. and the opposition got wind of it. On that day, K.I. would be ambushed by at least 2 men and done dirty. She tried to run on a porch and one of the men was able to hit her as she ran. In July 2021, the Chicago Police Department would name that man as Davon Bennett, aka King Von. And this is why Von's lyrics are so dark and disturbing. In the Exposing Me remix, Von literally details the whole thing, though you would miss it if you didn't know.
But I'm still strapped, can't go like that. I'm still a killer before the rap. I swear I killed her, broke her back. Yo, homie down, I'm smoking that. I'm tired of smelling Tuka and Lamar, and I'm tired of scrap. I'm thinking about creating a new pack. Hey, DQ, who is that?
Von said in the Adam 22 No Jumper interview that his music was all entertainment and that fans shouldn't look into it. We now know today that many of his lyrics are thinly veiled confessions. Von was a real street legend and had the rap sheet to prove it. Many consider him the most gangster rapper ever, and I think that is pretty accurate. There are very few rappers who got as far as fast as Von. Von was extremely charismatic, which helped him gain popularity as a rap artist quickly. He was a genuine guy who loved his community and would do anyone dirty to protect them. King Von may have been able to show his big heart due to the fame and riches from the rap game, but he was still Von from O-Block. Even with millions of fans and new money, the past of King Von always snuck into his lyrics. Underneath all the superstar charisma and charm was always the guy who beat that body. Until next time, this was Legend Views.